And Senator Flake joins us now from Capitol Hill. Good to have you on the show, Senator. Joe has the first question for you. Joe, take it away.
Yeah. Always great to have you with us, Senator. I've been surprised over the past few days, people expressing shock that you're comparing his language to Stalin's, when it's just a well-known fact that Stalin used the phrase and used it so much that actually Khrushchev, after Stalin died, banned the use of it because it was so destructive, even in the Soviet Union. What are the dangers inherent in the United States in 2018 of the president doing that?
Well, right, yeah, well, that's been most of the focus when I released just an excerpt pointing that out, that an American president shouldn't be using a term so associated with a maniacal killer like Stalin. I don't make comparisons between Trump and Stalin. I'm just saying an American president shouldn't be using that language because it is so fraught with malice. As you mentioned, Nikita Khrushchev even banned its use. So our president shouldn't be using enemy of the people, and it leads to a type of relationship with the press that has led to, this fake news charge that is now picked up by authoritarians, globally. They're now using fake news as justification for jailing journalists. 262 jailed just this past year. That's a record.
Well, there are a few moments that stand out in the first year for Donald Trump as far as violating constitutional norms or pushing boundaries in a terrible direction. One is enemies of the press. The other is when he's questioning the legitimacy of the judiciary. For you, what are some of the gravest dangers you've seen over the past year? Not just using the term enemies of the press, but what are some of the other things that cause you the greatest concern?
Well, yes, some things that the president says, talking about crowd size or whatnot, whether it is true, is relatively trivial. But some things are not as trivial. To talk about our elections being rigged, widespread abuse in our election system, that has real consequences. Talking about the federal judiciary in the way that he has, that's not good either. So these kind of things do make a difference. They do have consequences that will outlast the presidency when you erode trust in our institutions. One of the biggest problems over the past year is the president referring to anything Russian as a hoax. And it wasn't. Russia did try to intervene in our elections. And it was pointed out the other day in the press that there has been not one cabinet-level meeting for the entire year on how to deal with that issue and to make sure that our elections in the future are sound. And so I think that is a big, big problem.